Hello and welcome everyone to a new YouTube video here on my channel. Today we're gonna have a look at this beautiful draft deck here. Just kidding. But no joke, it basically has no rares except the lands and lures. Well, it has no lands except the land and lures. And it used to be Ikoria stable back in the days, and it was always played a little bit in the meta, but it was Boros cycling. Now with the addition of getting 4 additional pathways, it opened up again for this Jeskai version here. And yeah, I never played cycling myself before, when it was like hip, I would say. Just I want to say this, I had way more fun than I expected with this deck. And if you are looking for a budget deck, and maybe you want to go for the lands because they're usually a safe bet, this is the deck to go. If you just want to have some fun on the ladder, draw cards and do your thing, this is the deck to go. And it did really well in the recent MTG Melee SCG tournaments, and I think there's a spot in the meta right now. There's not a lot of graveyard hate because Rakdos kind of got out because of Sultai. This could change again because Rakdos could come back. I will talk about those kind of things in my Patreon, so definitely check that out as well. But yeah, let's dive into this deck. As we mentioned, we have the only Kaldheim card here in this land. The mana base is pretty simple, 12 pathways and triumphs. And yeah, there's nothing special there. We also have Lures as companion, 3 mana, 3/2. Lifelink. The companion says we can only play cards with converted mana cost 2 or less. I mean permanent cards, no problem, so it's kind of free in this deck. And during each of your turns, you may cast 1 permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. So definitely a nice one just to have. I mean, it's always a good card, Lures. Then on the 1 slot, we have Flourishing Fox, 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever you cycle another card, put the 1/1/1/1 counter on Flourishing Fox. It has cycling 1. So this card is really strong. If opponent doesn't deal with this card and you have this turn 1, this one can go big. Really big. Really cool card. Footfall Crater, 1 red, enchant land. Enchant land has tap, target creature gains travel and haste until end of turn, cycling 1. Can be really nice with the Fox here as well, other than that it's just a cycling card. DanyTLaw, 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever we cycle, we gain a life, and cycling 1. Basic. It's nice against aggro deck, but that's about it. Valiant Rescuer, this is really good. 2 mana, 3/1. Whenever we cycle the first time each turn, we create a 1/1 white human creature token. You can go really wide with this card, lots of pressure, I like it a lot, and cycling 2. Startling Development, 2 mana, until end of turn, target creature becomes a blue serpent with base, power and toughness 4/4. Cycling 1 here. This is mostly cycling. I think I used this maybe like once in my entire testing before I went to the ladder, but I mean, no, it's a cycling card. Draenei Stinger, 2 mana, 2/2. This card is really big, I think, so good. Whenever you cycle another card, Draenei Stinger deals 1 damage to each opponent. This is really good. We cycle a lot of cards in this deck, and yeah, we need to get opponent low. Then we have Go for Blood, 2 mana. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. It's a nice absurd removal spell with the Fox, and with some other cards we definitely have access to this. And for 1 we cycle it. Then here, why we go Jeskai, it's the Improbable Alliance. It's an Izzet, or blue and the red. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 flying fairy token, and for 6 we can draw a card and discard a card. Here the same as for the Rescuer, it can go really wide. And the next card is the star of the deck, and it's an uncommon. It's Zenith Flare, 4 mana. Zenith Flare deals X damage to any target and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with a cycling ability in your graveyard. It's an instant. This can hit for 10, 15, 20. This is just, I mean, you're just gonna try and win the game with it. You cycle, you get this one, finish the game. That's about it. This is just the star. And we also have Frostspell Ambush, 5 mana. We can tap 2 creatures. They don't tap during the next untap step, and we can cycle this for 1. And Boon of the Wishgiver, 6 mana. Draw 4 cards, cycling 1. I use this a lot sometimes because you get like empty and you cycle everything, but you find only lands. And then you have 6 lands, you can draw 4, and if you have more cycling there, it's actually really useful. But yeah, this is the deck. I mean, it's really simple. If you're looking for a budget deck, this is the way to go. And let's have a quick look at the sideboard here. We play 2 red cap melee, 1 red. Red cap melee deals 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker if the creature or planeswalker is not red. we have to sacrifice a land. It's really good right now against mono red and the dragon. 3 Glass Cascade, 2 mana, we can exile a creature of CMC 3 or less. Yeah, it's a good card, especially against white. It's also fine against Rule. Definitely looking to use it there. Skyclave Cleric, interesting. I saw this on the SCG list and I wanted to try it out. Yeah, you can get some life with it, and if not, it's just a tap land. Sometimes you really want to get rid of some lands, so just add those, I think. Yeah, kind of like it. Then we have 2 negates. The negates, the counter target non-creature spell, are usually here to resolve the Zenith Flare and win a potential counter fight. Also, it works great against big spells, against Sultai and those type of decks. Shredded Sails, a cycling card here in the sideboard, 2 mana, choose one, destroy target artifact, or Shredded Sails deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. Yeah, cycling 2 here, but still really nice. There's a 4th copy of the Alliance here, and I'm not sure if it's that good, but yeah, if we really need to go white, here we go. And 2 Mystical Disputes, 3 mana. This spell costs 2 less if it targets a blue spell, and the opponent has to pay 3, or the spell gets countered. Yeah, this is the main deck here. I mean, this is it. This is cycling, and yeah, I have to say I kind of feel bad that I like it. I like to draw cards. There are really interesting lines as well. Do you play it? Not? It's really cool to play. It feels kind of cheesy, but I do like it, and I thought I'm gonna try it out because it seems like good positioned right now, as I mentioned. And yeah, if you like my videos, definitely give me a follow, a like, subscribe, whatever you can do here on YouTube, right? Or just write something in the comment and share me your thoughts on cycling. Maybe there's another cycling deck as well. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to your responses, and you can also find me on twitch.tv DanyTLaw, where I'm usually every day except the weekend, sometimes on the weekend as well. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the games, and see you next time. With our draft list here, okay, we have this one, which is usually a keep. We also have this, so we got 2 really decent cards here. Yeah, let's start with Fox here. A lot of cycling on our hand. Black is a bit more on the dangerous side. So I think we can go in for damage here. And play the Stinger. And now we got some decent ways to cycle through it. Seeing a lifelinker here, it's not that cool, and this is probably also of clerics. So they will get some life. We do not care about that card too much. So we can cycle twice. And they could double block, which is not where we want to be. So I think we cycle into a land here. Okay. This is where we start cycling. Okay, we found a land. And now we attack. And that is fine by us. And yeah, we pass. We still have 2 cycling cards here, which is fine. They get life here, which is a bit dangerous. Okay, let's start some cycling here. I mean, this is the way those commons and uncommon work together is just really nice. Okay, we got a Zenith Flare, and we got a fight spell. This is where I think we're just gonna attack. That is a decent block from opponent. Sure, the card gets stronger, but I think I am somewhat fine with it. Yeah. We still have cycles on our hands. Our Zenith is only on 3. That thing gives a lot of life. It's a 6/6 now. Oh, not yet, sorry. No. Okay, we cycle a land here. At least our Stinger makes somewhat sure. Okay, now they have a double block, which is scary. Scary for sure. Keep cycling here. Keep cycling. Okay. So now you have potential 8/8 here. Do I actually need... I mean, this is a lot of life game. I have to consider that part. Getting rid of this one is probably okay. Yeah. I mean, Zenith Flare right now is 7. Okay. Well. That's some life gain right there. But now we can actually attack. I mean, double Zenith Flare is just way too big here. And I still have a 7/7, 1 mana creature on the board. It's pretty decent. It's a 5/5 now. The life gain they get though is impressive. It's definitely more on the impressive side. But at one point, since this is Orzhov, there's no real way to deal with this one. The life gain though. Okay. So this is where we can attack again. Okay. So now it's 8 and we have 2 cyclers. I mean, this is also a pretty good card. But in this spot, I think I just win with the foxes. Okay. Have to be careful here. Have to be careful. Okay, so they have the bloodshes first here. They're going for the attack. Okay. We're gonna attack as well. And we cycle. Should have cycled before here. I just realized. Was it a little punt? And we can cycle this on opponent's turn to get another 1/1. This is a really, really crazy deck. It's I think getting access to the Kaldheim lands here helps this Jeskai version a lot. That's interesting. Why are they attacking? I mean, that's fine by me. So we have Zenith Lethal here. And this is how you do it. Doing. Doing. The sound of this is so stupid. Okay, I mean, I probably need my glass caskets here. But besides that, I don't see anything that we really need. This card is probably the one that is most likely we do not want. So we're gonna go get rid of... I like the 1/1s here. They block really well against opponents. So we could actually see another one here. But I think 3 glass caskets here now on the draw seems correct. I just assume this is a basic cleric life gain type of deck, which is a nice tribal deck, but sadly not that strong. I tried to make it work as well, hence my rank. I came up with 1, but it was mostly white in the end with some splash for black, and then I ended up thinking, why should I splash black? And yeah, I don't know, but hey, I never played cycling. This is the first time I ever played cycling. But I mean, it was time to try it out once, right? Once in a while, you have to go outside of your comfort zone. I mean, this is it. It's a fox, a casket, some cycling, and we already have the flare in our hand. I can imagine they have some sort of duress, but I'm happy to have a fox here. This is second flare already. Also having lures helps a lot. Getting cards back. Ooh. Ooh, I love what the opponent is doing here. God, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna cycle first here. Okay. Red. And attack. So here we maybe not cycle this. It depends what we're gonna see now from opponent's side. Okay, well, we have 2 Zenith Flare and a casket. So there's a lot of targets they do not like. But yeah, I definitely want to keep my alliance here. It's a permanent though. Just saying, Lures is a card. Okay, I mean, now I have to cycle, I guess. Okay, we just get Lures here. I have still cyclings here, but I'm in a good position, I think. Aspirant is pretty decent. How much life? 3. Definitely do like this card here. That's a tricky one, but I do like playing Lures into Alliance here. Well, that's a casket. I will block here. Lures can get casket as well. It's fine. This is so strong. Wow, this is ridiculous. Well, let's get the casket here. If there's no creature on the board, we can keep attacking, and Sending Flare still has 4 damage. And I have 2 of them on my hand. Yeah. I think at this point we just go in. So I could have cycled this. I can still cycle it. And then attack with 2. But Sending Flare on 7 is already big. Not many people have some graveyard hate in the sideboard right now. Depending on how I see this now. Well, I definitely have to say it's the first time playing this, but it's surprisingly fun. It's a deck where you draw a lot of cards, which I like usually. But yeah, it's fun. Let's have another one. Well, we have to mulligan this. We can keep this. No pressure of a fox this time, but we got some things going for us. I keep my cycling cards for the alliance, I think. Okay. That does nothing. Outplayed. Outplayed right there. I mean, this is a target for a potential binding, but I still like it here. Cultivate, that's a really strong one already. Okay. Let's see. Well, we can still cycle 2 cards here to get a draw in their turn. To get a fairy. 2 mana. Wolf. I could see Wolf into binding here. Would be their best turn. Okay. I mean, Valky into Cultivate is usually their best draw. Which is not easy. So I could block this, which I think I do. It actually doesn't matter too much here. I mean, I get either flyer or not. So I think I value the flyer here more. Because it also works post board wipe. Get our things going here. Which is good. Okay. Cycle here. Getting the tokens in. Stinger's pretty nice. After. Okay, I think we just pass here. This is a decent removal spell here. Well, decent. A fine removal spell. We still try to go a bit wide here. Extinction Man completely gets us. Every board vibe is super bad, obviously. If they don't have a board vibe, we kinda okay. I mean, this is not they're the dangerous spot, right? I mean, I could have a Zenith Flare, so they need to think. Having access to Zenith Flare, just knowing there could be one, is super annoying. And the stops of a cycling deck are psychological warfare as well, which I like. I will cycle twice if I have to here, end of turn. Sure. I just really wanted to keep the Stinger alive here. I could have played it, but I was a bit scared of a board wipe. They only have 2 green open now, which is good for me. I mean, sure, I can do things, but it's not like a win or something on the spot. Against this type of deck, you usually just want to have your counters. Your counters are the way to go, and I think to go for blood are the weaker cards here. I can also see getting rid of this one and play another alliance here, but it's always dangerous to go too low on the cycling cards here, right? I will try it like this. The third alliance probably still good here though, but this is me still learning with the deck. So hey, we learning. Well, we cycle our way through. I mean, I would love to see a fox or something, but that's skill. This is called skill. Good old skill here. I would like to see fox draw card. Skill is really important. I honestly think it's more important to have the blue here. Just to have dispute up if we actually need it. Because I just think the fox will die here anyways. Okay, okay. Green, it's fine. It's just crazy. I never played cycling when it was a thing. And now since Kaldheim is out, I'm playing cycling. I mean, like, I'm not sure if that's the way to do it. But yeah, here we are, I guess. And as stupid as it is, I never expected to have this much fun. Oh, this is good. Keep the counter up here in case for board wipe. And if not, I cycle in and step. Interesting. Okay, they were playing around negate. It's fine. Keep cycling. It's still okay to have the creature on board. I mean, if they play Yarn, I have to use the Dispute. Okay. Well, I'm not happy. I need to find an untapped land now. I don't even need to find an untapped land. What I'm talking about here. We had to use it here. It's not like we want to, but it is what it is. The Gargaroth is a dangerous card. But we had 6 damage here. Okay, I take it. Could have been worse. Still have a decent amount of counters. I mean, obviously it's not cool that we lose the creatures there. Have to get rid of it. Well, we played just to attack now. It's kind of awkward, but it is what it is. Ah, that was bad. They didn't attack. Yeah, I was thinking actually of keeping Dispute up just for Vorinclex, but in the end I didn't went for it. So we get 1 draw after this. I can still block here, but it doesn't matter too much. They will not attack here because they're on 12, I guess. Yeah. We get a token, which is good. If they have removal spell, they get lures, but that's a good card now at this spot, I think. I mean, Lurus gets it back anyways. Okay, so Sandy Flares are free. The Verdict was really big. The Verdict was a big card here. 1 top, huh? I could still block and use my Sandy Flare. I honestly think that's fine. This has to be a bait. I can take this. That's not a cycle. So I could get a blocker here, but I can't, sadly. Well, I have double negate. If I'm still on 20, so at least I can do something here. The trample is huge. Not drawing well. Taking another 6 here. I think I have to draw a card again. There's not much I can do. So I take 6 again. I still have Sandy Flare, worst case scenario. Because right now I'm not too scared about dying. Well, I'm on 8. So I may be a bit scared. I need to punch the flares with the negate. That's the main thing. So let's hope we find a cycling card here. Okay, that's usually the extra turn. That's not good. Okay, that's a cycling card. It's a good one though. but we have to do this. Oh god, this is gonna be crazy. Okay. Okay. We have 2 negates, we have a Zenith Flare. I probably have to take 6 again. And then we go for the finishing blow. I still have a 4 damage plus negate up, which puts them on 8. It's not good enough, I think. Okay, we have to counter this. They probably have their own counter, but we go into counter war here. So they saw me playing Dispute. Okay, interesting. They saw me playing Dispute though. Well, that's what it is. Okay. Maybe I already get there, huh? I think I do. The question is, do they have another counter? I mean, it was an Arrows Epiphany, so we managed to go through it. It's a crazy deck. It's a crazy deck. I enjoy it. I feel sorry that I enjoy this deck, honestly. But hey, let's do another one. Okay. The good old cycle 1-lander here. Good old cycle 1-lander. Green. The good old cycle 1-lander into no land. We still get 2 draws next turn. So I think it's doable with cycling to do that. They don't have an answer for my Zenith Flare. They have Ooze, which is the worst card. Okay, Naya. Still trying to find a land. That's a land. Looks like we're racing. $14. If I find a land that can play this plus a thing, I'm really happy. Okay, it is definitely Naya. Giant Killer, it's a good card. I think it's correct to play it. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe cycling is a bit better now, but this is a tough spot. Obviously I kept the 1-lander. Okay, I mean that's fine. I'm not scared about Giant Kill here. That's fine as well. Okay, let's start cycling. Okay, found a land. Gaining life, how good is it? I actually like it. I actually like it. In this spot I maybe like it here. We still have decent cyclings here. I mean... there were some good blocks for me, dude. Okay. Starting off with a cycle. Okay. Well, now we have to jump block the Love Struck Beast, and we are looking to find a Zenith Flare. Some Love Struck Beast here. Trying to get as many blocker in as we can. Find a little bit too many lands. But that's okay. We still have our blockers here. It's all about finding Zenith Flare. And we didn't find one in the top 25. Or 33%, I mean. Worst case, Embercleave. But usually the Nihilist doesn't have it. That's a scary one. It's actually a scary one. That's fine. Okay, so I maybe have to draw 4 cards. What could I get from here? It was the right decision to do that. Trying to get in as much chip damage as we can. We got some cycling cards here in those, and we could play the Alliance to get more blockers in, which is also fine. But again, no Zenith Flare in almost top 50% is usually hard. Usually on the harder side. So the question is, do we play this land cycle, which I think we have to get 2 tokens, 3 tokens including the rescuer, because now jump blocking is expensive. It just became more expensive here. The dragon is pretty good. Can block it though. So we have everything is a cycling card, right? Okay, so we have 10. Do they play the Naya double damage tech here? I wonder if they do. I should have considered that. They actually probably play the double damage. Yeah, if they have to, yeah, I got debated here. Well, again, I just want to mention here, I should have thought about this. This is definitely my mistake. But then on the other hand, we also are not managing to find the correct card. It tends to be, let's say, not as fun. I mean, caskets are decent, but in this matchup, you usually don't need it. The shredded sails though are pretty good if they go for the double combo there. So it's a 2 mana cycler though. I have to consider. Oh, no, not you. It is what it is sometimes. I should have considered that line there. I mean, I just made the video about the deck as well. The problem is there are like multiple Nihilists, but the moment you see the dragon, you basically have to know. So I should have jump blocked as good as I can, find the card and win the game from there. So first game, definitely winnable here. And I just lost this by not realizing the dragon is there. It's okay. It's okay. We can survive with this one for a long time. The dragon needs a setup. That deck is not good against cycling though, I think. Eddie. To start. We have to be careful with our flooding here. Double Eddie, pretty powerful. Okay, so the main problem I have is that I could deal with one Eddie, but it's not worth it. So I just need to go to the finish line as soon as we can. Okay. We do pressure here, but we have 3 flyers already. If they go too greedy and draw too many cards, it's okay. Fire Prophecy. We have a second one here, but it's hard to play that one actually. Giant Killer, draw 2 cards. Pretty good, usually. Draw 2 cards for 1 mana, and the creature that taps, I think, is on the better side. Oh, I trade this. This is potentially me trading 1 flyer, which I think is fine. Okay, I have to be careful that they could go off next turn, so I need to block the dragon. Which looks like a dragon. I need to find that flare. Okay, that's a Fire Prophecy. Don't wanna go too low though. Surviving the dragon so far. Okay, we found a Semi-Flare. So we attack for 214. I need at least 1 open for the dragon here. Dragon, Stomp. Yeah. If we don't die this turn, we win. I have to consider really explosive things. Okay, so we have to double block. There is like double damage stuff going on. which makes me block like this. Okay. Stinger is also pretty good here. Okay, now calculation starts. 14. $13. I don't have enough. That is for sure. That's the wrong one. I know I don't have enough. So I have one Sending Flare in my hand here, which is 9 damage. So I should survive shenanigans here. So even if they sacrifice it, they will lose the game there, right? Because they take 2 now. And if they target the 8, Bone Crusher, it's over. Okay. That's an Inflamer's big, so that should be it. It's definitely helping me that I know against which type of deck I play. I just went blind before. And I still think it's the correct choice to try to cycle for the win. I can see myself playing Red Cap melee for the dragon as well. But again, against the dragon I just don't like to target it. I think we just really win with Zenith Flare. Like, they have no counter and we can get a board to jump block until we find it. And then there we go. I mean, we had to use the draw for card spell again, because there was no Zenith Flare around in the beginning. Okay, this time we have one. Just having one is so big. It's so big. I mean, this one is fine. Yeah, I am a keeper here. We play against double Eddie, which is also interesting. Okay, no Eddie, turn 1. Makes us happy. This makes us happy too. They have to deal with this card now. Wow. I think I set up here. I mean, I could have pushed damage. 1 damage. I should have attacked first here, my bad. That's -1 damage. That's on me. I hope that 1 damage will not painful. Okay. Trying to get our blockers in. Okay. Now we need to work towards the flare. Scald. Okay. At least you get the information of the Scald. It's pretty annoying. It's a lot of card draw as well. So I maybe have to consider. Okay. I think it was correct this way. So they don't draw cards from Eddie, and they cannot kill my Fox. Having that Sunny Flare is super helpful here. The Flyers are still jumping. Okay, they're not jumping. This could be a lot of damage in one turn. I could take 12. Depending how they play it. I can just imagine them playing a creature here. Making Last Rock be 7/7. Seems decent. Sorry. They lose the Giant Killer. They could also go Giant Killer into something if they have another spell, which I think is probably the better choice. Giant Killer and double damage looks really good to me. I'm fine with this. I am fine with this. Well, it's not cool, but I mean, taking 8 damage is a lot. It's definitely on the lot side. 9 actually. Not happy with this one. Could lose here. That's an 8/8 there. Okay, well that's fine. That is okay. I will just block. I will just block. I need to survive 2 turns here, right? So Sunny Flare is the way to go. I actually have to double block as well. I actually have to. So they could play the sacrifice spell and give this +1/+1, which is exactly 10. So I have to block. If they fling me here, you need to double block. I cannot go below this number here. Until next turn at least. So I would also have to block with those. But going on 15 is really big. Really big. It's a tough turn, I think, for both sides here. Okay. Okay, if they attack, now I only have to block with 1, which is actually really good. This game, it's tense. It's super intense. That's fine by me. As long as I don't go under 10. Which is the worst part. We won. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. My god. Zenith Flare to win. And I made a huge mistake in first one, but that was a good game. I enjoyed it even though I punted game 1. I totally did not read the deck. If you like Jeskai Cycling, I like it a lot. Is there another cycling version around? If so, let me know, and let's go to the outro. Have a good one. Well, this is the first time I played this deck on the ladder, and I think I had way too much fun with it, and I think you can tell in my video. I never expected this to be that much fun. I mean, what to improve, what to not improve, it's really hard to talk about this. I mean, this is such a... The deck has one goal, and it does what it does, right? It cycles and tries to win with flares, sometimes with creature. It is probably harder to pilot it than I expected, but it's super fun to play, and... yeah, there's not much to say, but yeah, definitely check out my other YouTube videos. We have a 5 sub giveaway for my Twitch channel, twitch.tv DanyTLaw. If you comment my videos or just share it, I will put the name in a poll, and if you win and you are on my stream, you get a sub from me for my own channel. But yeah, I will play this now a bit more after this video, and wish you all a good day, and see you next time. Bye all.